about the much anticipated topic, which is moving to United States of America using the community college option. Why community college? Why not any other way? Like I already said in my other video, green card is not the only way to be in America, like as a permanent resident. Like the DV lottery, it's not the only option, it's not the only opportunity that we do have. There's so many opportunities, which is why this channel is there to bring to you all the opportunities that you can be able to use so that you can migrate to different countries. So with these community colleges, what basically happens is instead of enrolling into universities, you will enroll yourself into community colleges. I know most of you are not willing to travel abroad or start somewhere, like starting as a student and what have you. But like I always say, everybody's migration story is different. So you might not make it as a DV lottery winner, but you'll be able to make it the other way. But whatever way you decide to go with, the best thing you can do for yourself is open your mind, be open to a lot of things. What is important, the number one goal is to migrate. How you get there is another story, okay? So DV lottery, we're still going to talk about it. It comes once in a year. That's something we cannot sit around and wait until that one time is there. I mean, the rest of the year, what we will be doing, just sitting around? No, that doesn't work. So we're going to be basically talking about other opportunities. Now, for those who are willing to still migrate to United States as students, we can start from here, okay? So we can explore the F1 visa, F1, F2 visa. We can explore this visa. Basically today, as we know, university expenses in United States are very much high, like pretty high. So the best alternative are community colleges, and the best news is that some community colleges do accept international students, and they have tuition as low as $3,000. You can even find one for 1.5, you know, per year. That's something that is actually reasonable as far as my research is concerned, because I mean, comparing with the university tuition or university expenses in United States, we're looking at about 10,000, 12,000 going there. So I mean, why not go for the community colleges? Okay, so community colleges, these are meant mostly for local people, but some do actually, you know, accept international students. So let's look at community college advantages. Okay, now number one for community college advantages is obviously the fees. Now if anybody knows me for saving the best of my money, okay? It's not about I have the money. If you have the money, you can obviously go for university, that's you. But for me, it's never about I have the money. It's about spending the money wisely. I mean, I could do something with some of this money, you know, so I could equally just go to the community college and start off there. Number two is also the fact that, you know, community colleges, though they are 2-year programs, you could actually transfer your credits to a university. So instead of you just starting in a university at high expenses, you can actually start at a community college. That means you have absolutely like 2 years of doing your education whilst you know, you can do your education whilst you're spending the least, and then you can transfer your credit to go to the other 2 years in university. Then you can graduate with your bachelor. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? Okay, now let's move on to the third advantage. The third advantage we can see about community colleges, this is something that I wish I knew, because believe you me, universities have a larger amount of people who are there. So the classroom, this is what you call the teacher student ratio, is quite high. You may not get as enough attention for you to really study your courses and grasp them. You kind of really have to pressure yourself to always be fast, no matter, like, I know as students we have different paces, but you have to pressure yourself to like move with everybody's pace, which is different when you come to community colleges, guys. When your community colleges are small, therefore the classroom is small, you have office hours, you can talk to your professor, you can be able to learn at a quite steadier pass and also have like a teacher student ratio, which is good, which is something that you would want in your college lives. Experience college. College is fun. It's a once in a life opportunity. Okay, last advantage I want to talk about community colleges is that, you know, going to America is hard, so we are looking for, you know, an easier way. So why community colleges? The reason being, it's so easy for you to get accepted into community colleges because, you know, their standards are not as high as when you are actually applying to a university. So when you apply to a community college, your chances of being accepted are actually higher. So you'd rather go for a community college and stuff. So I'm gonna answer some of the questions which will come, like, see, you talk about community colleges, but in those community colleges, are we able to find funding? Because maybe at least I still cannot afford the 3,000, though you're saying it's cheap. Yes, I still cannot afford it. Well, yes, community colleges do offer scholarships. I'm gonna give you examples, okay? If you actually apply to Everett Community College, this college does have scholarships. Okay, this scholarship, you can actually start applying it. Of course, every scholarship has a condition. So on this community college, you can actually apply. When you go to their website, you can see that there are scholarships for people who have just been awarded a visa. Like, you are ready, once you're accepted and you have processed your visa, then you can apply for this scholarship. So maybe by the time you actually go to school, you have like a half down payment, you know, like your school fees and stuff. So eventually you'll get to use the money that was meant for your school fees for something else. So yes, congratulations, community colleges do have scholarships. Another community college that does have scholarship, like Land Community College, there are so many community colleges that are practically affordable. So I have made it my duty to go and research about these community colleges, and I have put some of the cheapest community colleges down in my description box. Like I always say, every video, I'll make sure you go to the description box and check out some information, because I literally can't say everything on camera. So community college lists, you can check down below. If you need further assistance on how to talk to them, how to understand more about them, please DM me on my Instagram. Feel free to DM me on my Instagram or use my email to communicate to me, then I can help you out. Okay, so the other thing that you also need to consider once you have thought about choosing a community college is the location of a community college. Because one thing that we always miss is that when you want to go for college, you actually think that your life is about college. No, life is not all about that. Okay, like I said, this is a channel for giving you opportunities. So maybe you have already done your bachelor's back home. Okay, maybe you are already past this stage. This is just a way for you to go and see how America is. If you like it, you end up there, and you know, the likes and the likes and the likes, because some of the things we don't want to talk about. Okay, but I hope you get it. Okay, so in this situation, what you have to do is make sure that this community college is in a good location, because aside doing school, you need to be able to look around. Are there any job opportunities? Are there any opportunities for you to become something better, to pursue your careers, to pursue something that you want in your life? This is how you become better. So it's not just 2 years of you learning, it's also 2 years of you scouting the environment, 2 years of you understanding the United States of America culture, 2 years of you building something, so that by the time you graduate, you know what's next. Okay, and I do believe that you are also allowed to work, I think, for like 1 year after the community college you're done. Like I think you're allowed to work for like about 1 year, yeah, within United States of America. So like I always tell you, and all opportunities do not come knocking at your door like so open and so direct. You have to make something out of an opportunity. The major thing is, how do we cross? Okay, how do we cross to this country? When we get there, we figure out something else. Okay, so here is another opportunity for you to cross. You can cross through community college. So do apply to community colleges, feel free, and make sure you do research what is the number of international students at that community college. You do not want a community college that is too small, or you have 3 or 5 international students. That is terrible. your life is going to be at least stuck, okay, because there's gonna be a cultural shock. So at least make sure there's in the school has like a lot of people who are international students, so it will be easy for you to cope. And also make sure that this community college does allow transfer of credits, so that by the time you're done, if you decide to go to finish up your bachelor degrees, you will also be in a position to transfer your credits. So my loves, this is a very good opportunity for people who are willing to migrate. It doesn't matter if you have done your masters. If you have actually done your masters and everything, this will be like a very hard thing for you to do. But the most important part is like, you have to be able to convince the immigration officer to give you this community to give you a visa once you have gotten sorry, once you have gotten the once you've gotten the admission, right? So you have to convince the immigration officer why you actually want to go, because mind you, community college is like the beginning. So like, if you've done your masters, they'll be like, oh, why do you want to go and do just like community college? So the thing is just you being able to like find something to be able to convince them. There are so many reasons. You can opt to say, okay, I want to have a test of this kind of information from a different country, so that I be able to blend the knowledge that I already have and the knowledge that I'm going to gain here just from a different country, so that I may be able to better my country, because I'll have knowledge from two countries. That's two perspectives. There are so many reasons you can be able to use to to communicate to your to the interviewing officer why you actually need to go. But for those who just finished high school, this is a very good opportunity for you. Instead of just waiting for the DV lottery, which I already told you is random, so you may be playing the DV lottery for the next 10 years and it still doesn't work. But we do have other ways for you to cross over, which are simply the one of this is one of like the one of the other many ways for you to be able to cross to United States of America. Now my loves, thank you so much for joining me in this episode. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button please, and make sure you give the video a thumbs up, so that I may be encouraged to do more videos. Like, share, and comment, and do reach out to me on my Instagram. It's written in my bio, and also my email. If you have any questions, I am free to answer. I'm free to help everybody, because this is a channel of opportunities. Okay, now make sure you share the video to your friends and family. And by the way, don't forget to check the description box below, because I have listed some of the community colleges you can actually apply to that are quite cheap. Okay, if you have any problems applying in these colleges, please do make sure that you actually reach out to me, because I am always ready to help you out. Now my lovelies, this was from me to you. Until we meet next time, beautiful chaos, I am out.